Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm Emily. Thank you so much for joining me today. So we are going to start standing, and this is going to be a standing practice. So you don't need to move down to the floor unless you want to. Your choice, your practice. All right, so start. You can face the top of your mat or to the side, but just take a moment to get grounded in whatever space it is that you're using. So feet are nice and spread and comfortable. Grounding down to the soles of the feet and kind of drawing up from there. It's going to be nice and relaxed. If you want to bring some muscle activation into it, you're welcome to. But just stacking the bones on top of each other, knees on top of ankles, hips on top of knees, shoulders over the hips, and the head on top of the spine. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, down the back, reach up through the crown of the head. Just let the arms hang relaxed at your sides. So you can let the eyes close or just soften the gaze. We'll take some grounding breaths to get started. So bring it in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Twice more, nice deep breath in, filling from the belly all the way up to the top. And exhale from the top all the way down to the bottom. One more like this. And exhale and let it go. So you can join me in movement or stay in stillness. Take what you need and leave the rest. So just go ahead and kind of wiggle around. Find a little bit of movement everywhere. Say hello to your very friends. And with that next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reach up nice and tall. Then exhale, sweep the arms back by your side. Twice more, inhale, reach up, maybe lift the gaze. And exhale, release it down. And inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, let it go. Good. And just roll the shoulders up towards the ears, down the back a couple times. Get some movement in the head and neck. Take the ear over to one shoulder and the other. Maybe nodding yes and no, nice and slow, or drawing some big circles with the nose. A little bit of movement there. Good. Now take the feet nice and wide. Take hands to the hips. And just do some nice big circles with the hips. Let the knees and ankles be nice and soft. Circling it one way and the other. Lovely. And then take the hands to the knees. You can step the legs all the way together for this. And just do some circles with the knees. Nice and gentle. Just kind of warming up all of the joints. Go the other way. Body might not move like this, so make sure you're moving in a way that makes your body happy. Lovely. Coming up and shift the weight into the left foot and just start to move the right ankle around. Feel free to find a wall or a chair for some support. And switch sides, lifting that left foot. You can even keep the heel on the mat and just kind of point and flex the foot. And then bring it back to center. Good. With that next inhale, sweep both arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Let the knees be nice and soft. Let the torso hang, arms dangle. You can draw some circles with the hands. With some traction on the shoulder joints there. Lovely. And then bring the hands to the shins or thighs. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. Maybe try straightening the leg. Lift the gaze. Flat back. Exhale, fold everything heavy. And twice more. Inhale, flat back. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. This time as you inhale, tuck the tail, roll yourself up bone by bone. And nice and slow, bring the head up last. Good, roll the shoulders up and back a couple times. Lovely, and then we're just going to bring a little bit more dynamic movement into this. So, with the feet a nice comfortable distance apart, play with shifting the weight into the feet, maybe even pressing into the, your feet, weights in the feet. Shifting the weight towards the toes, maybe even pressing into the big toes, lifting the heels up any amount. Good. Play with that balance, maybe a couple lift and lowers. And then you can play with adding the arms up overhead. Good, so fine, reaching up through the fingertips, pressing into the toes. Then as you exhale, plant the heels, bend the knees, hinge at the waist and swing the arms back. Good. So as you inhale, press through the legs, reach the arms up, coming up onto the toes, any amount. And exhale, fling the arms back, fold the waist. Good. So keep going with this movement, following the rhythm of your own breath. It can be as big or as small as you like. If you really want to bring some heat to it, you can go nice and fast. Use a big exhale through the mouth. And this just gets everything moving and pumping. Woo. Playing with some balance. And go for a couple more times, just getting everything warm. And then next time you exhale and you're folded forward, inhale to roll yourself up to standing. Oh, I'm actually feeling some warmth. Lovely. Okay, so here, I'm going to go ahead, step the legs together or keep them hip width, and bend the knees, drop the hips back for chair pose. Good. So again, we'll just build a little bit of heat here. So weights towards the heels, so the hips are dropping back and down. Inhale to reach the arms forward. As you exhale, swim the arms back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale it forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, and exhale back. Once more to inhale forward, then exhale to press through the heels to come up. Shake that out, then soften the legs. Take a big step back with the right foot. Find a high lunge. Back heel can be lifted or planted. So take those hips and dial them forward. And we'll just play with this front knee a little bit. So take both hands to the front thigh. Shift the knee forward and back in line with the foot. It's fine if it goes forward in front of the toes, as long as that's okay and pain-free on the joint. And stacking the knee over the ankle, go ahead and straighten and bend. Good, so finding that knee stopping right over the ankle. Now play with the back knee, so bend and straighten the back knee a couple times, dropping it down towards the floor any amount, and then reach through the heel. Lovely, then find those nice stable legs. Feet are on train tracks here. Really reach the tailbone towards the floor, lifting the rib cage up off the waist, and inhale both arms up. Good, exhale, bend the elbows, pull them down and back, open the chest. Inhale, reach up. Twice more, exhale, pull it back and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to pull it back. Inhale, reach up. And then reach it forward. So scooping the belly in, really reaching through that back heel, nice long line. And exhale to twist to the left. So you can take the hands at heart center, find a prayer twist, drawing the elbow across towards that opposite thigh. Or undo the hands and take a right hand across the front thigh, the left hand to the low back. Good, staying lifted in the top of that right hip. Just find some gentle rotation from the waist up. A breath here. And then unwind it, shift into the front foot, take a big step forward, find the front of your mat. Give it a shake, and shift into the right foot, take a big step back with the left. Finding your high lunge to the other side, so nice and wide stance. Feet are on train tracks, and playing with the front knee. So shifting it forward towards the toes, and then back behind the heels. So you're kind of bending and straightening it. And let it go as far forward as is comfortable and available. Good, and then stack the knee over the ankle, and from here, straighten and bend, coming to a stop with that knee stacked over the ankle. And just kind of learning how your body parts all relate to one another. Okay, with that knee stacked, we'll play with the back knee. Allow it to bend, drop towards the floor any amount, and then straighten the leg and reach through the heel. Do that a couple times. Just finding your balance. Playing with this hip here. Lovely. And then find center. So hips square to the front of the mat, shoulders stacked over hips, and gently hugging front hip points up towards the low ribs. Increase a little more tension on the front of the left hip if that feels good for you. Inhale to reach the arms up, and exhale, bend the elbows, pull them down and back, really squeeze the upper chest. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, pull it back and down. Once more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull it back and down. This time as you inhale and reach, take that torso forward 45 degrees-ish.
So long line from the back heel all the way up to the crown of the head. Scoop the belly in to support the spine. And with an exhale, twist to the right. Again, that can be a prayer twist. Hand at heart center, left elbow heading towards right thigh, or undo the hands. Just find that gentle rotation from the waist up. Left hip is still lifting up away from the floor. Good, nice long spine reaching up through the crown of the head. And then unwind to center, shift into the front foot, big step forward, find the front of your mat. Good, give that a shake. And then turn to face the long edge of your mat. Step the feet out nice and wide. If you have socks on, make sure you're not on a slippery surface. I guess I should have started with that. Lovely, so toes and knees are pointing out. You want to bend and straighten the legs, playing with this goddess pose here. Good. So just check out where the knees are going. If you notice the knees are going in, but the toes are still going out that way, bring the toes in so they line up with the knees. It could be different side to side, day to day. Does not matter. So, bend and straighten a couple times, this nice wide squat. And then bend the knees and pause here. Good, so kind of pulling the knees out to the wall behind you. Find that opening in the hips. You can shift a little from side to side here. Maybe a little work in the thighs. Lovely, and straighten both legs. Take the right toes out to the short edge. Bring the left toes in and bend into your right knee for warrior two. So again, bend and straighten into the right knee a couple times. And feel free to take it way out over the toes and then straighten it all the way up. Just exploring your available range of motion. And then find that place where the knee is stacked over the ankle. Whatever angle this knee makes, it's still warrior two. Good. And keeping the legs stationary where they're at. Play with shifting the shoulders forward and then back. And then find that middle place where they're stacked about over the hips. Extend the arms out nice and wide. Give the fingers a wiggle. Roll shoulders up towards your ears, down your back. Good. With that next inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Reach up to the sky, backhand drops to the leg. And then exhale, side angle. Make contact with the front thigh or reach the top arm overhead. Twice more flowing between the two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. And exhale to side angle. Good. This time as you inhale and reverse, straighten that front leg. And a big old side stretch. And then square off to the front edge of your mat. Good. Spinning the toes to face that edge as well. And bend into the right knee for side lunge. Good. So that can be way up high here. Maybe bring the hands down to a block or the floor. And those left toes can spin up towards the floor, or you can keep the foot planted. It's going to look very different depending on how you're built. So just start gently. Good. And then take it a couple times side to side. Really press into the right leg, keep the hips low. Switch in, bending into the left knee. And just take it a couple times side to side. Again, acting gently. Pausing again here on the right side. And then straighten both legs, bring the torso up, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, hinge, forward fold. Good. Take a breath in, lengthen the spine, lift the gaze. And exhale to release. So this can be a nice soft fold, generous bend to the knees, releasing the hands down. You can shift a little side to side, bending into one knee and the other. You can make it a little bit more active. Take the hands behind the legs and really draw yourself down with a nice long spine. Find the movement that feels good for you. Another breath here. And exhale, hands to the hips or legs. Inhale, squeeze the legs, draw yourself up, really press the hips forward. Give that a little shake and we'll play with the other side. Left toes out, right toes in. Good, and bend and straighten into the left knee. And again, feel free to let it go way out there. Just see how that feels. And then stacking the knee over the ankle, bring it up to center. And play with shifting the shoulders back and forth. Kind of like you're sliding between two panes of glass. Stacking shoulders over hips. Extend the arms out. Roll shoulders up towards your ears. Down the back. Reaching through the fingertips. Good. With that next inhale, flip the front palm. Reverse your warrior. Backhand drops. Big side stretch. And exhale, reach forward into side angle. Make contact with that front leg. Twice more between the two. Inhale to reverse. And exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. This time as you inhale to reverse, straighten the front leg, take a big old side stretch. And bring it to center, pointing all the toes towards the long edge, bending into the left knee for your side lunge. Pausing here, and again, stay as high or drop as low as you like. And you can either pause in stillness, your choice, or play with shifting side to side, so you can keep the hips nice and low. The two sides can be very different, so you can find some effort taking the hands off the mat and using the strength of the legs to get you back and forth, or use the hands to walk you from one side to the other with a little bit more support. Lovely. Coming into that right side once again. And then straighten both legs. This time, take the hands behind you. You can either interlace the fingers or just stack them at the low back. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And exhale, fold forward any amount. If you have the fingers interlaced, you can draw the hands away from the back, finding some stretch into the shoulders. And you can, again, shift side to side here if you like. Or just play with staying in center. You can release the hands down whenever you like. Remember to keep a softness in the joints so nothing's getting locked out and being crazy stiff and locked out, I guess. Another breath here. And then exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale to draw yourself up, really pressing the hips forward. Good, and then heel toe the feet into center, roll the shoulders. Lovely, and with the feet still nice and wide, go ahead and just swing the arms, let the knees be soft, the ankles, like you had stuff in your sleeves and you were swinging them to get it to fling out. I haven't thought of a good name for this. And then let it slow down. Bring it to center. Good. Walking those feet in under the hips or a comfortable distance for you. Grounding down into the feet. And then finding that from the floor all the way up. So drawing the kneecaps up. Slight scoop to the belly. Roll the shoulders back. Reach up through the crown of the head. Again, you can close the eyes or just soften the gaze. And notice any changes from when you first started practicing until now. Whatever it is that's come up, any areas in the body that are talking to you, any thoughts or emotions, just notice it, present with it, and come back to the breath. Taking a moment here. And together, we'll take a breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And I invite you to take the hands together in front of the heart. May our thoughts, words, and actions support the health, happiness, and freedom of all beings. Thank you so much for your presence and your practice. Enjoy the rest of your day.